And looking through some of the home movies that we've collected over the years. As our Joshua is bloody 21 next week. I always thought that I'd need to get older, and I probably never will, but we obviously are. And I'm going to keep this short because I know my son. We've done a good job with him, and he makes me proud.
Yeah.
And I don't need to say a lot at all because everyone knows who he is and everybody knows that he's come from a good family.
And he's got two bestest nannies.
Yeah. That's right, and I've always been told and directed by those nannies. I've got heaps of stories, and I really don't want to be up here saying a lot, but in regards to my boy, but family that know the circumstances from day one. It was, how can I put it without choking up here, that from day one I knew it was all good for me and where I was going in Christina. And yeah, he was always part of my life and always will be.
And you've been the best, Dad.
You
have.
Sure.
I was thinking that,
But hang on a minute. It hasn't been bloody easy. I have got one story here that bloody hell, I need to tell it because with where I am at the moment with jobs and stuff like that, my son apparently lied, goddamn lied. We have a neighbour by the name of Duncan who, from day one when we bought our house, was an arsehole. I wanted to shoot our dog anyhow. It was only a fox.
That was a horrible dog.
Yeah, but
oh no,
I wasn't going to maul any sheep or anything. But he had me up one day about he had a cattle beast killed, and he said, "Oh look, we had some slug gun pellets in the skin of this bloody beast," and I was like, "Oh, did you?" He goes, "Yes, yeah. Well, I don't know how it got there, but you know, it must have come from you guys."
No, hang on a minute. Came and accused Joshua of shooting the cattle. I slammed the door in his face and told him, you know, no.
My son wouldn't do that.
My perfect
Long bloody story short here, Joshua. I'm going to the police college, and if any of this shit comes back to me, I don't really want this shit on my plate at the moment. Did you do that or not? No. Joshua, I'm going to the police college. Come on, mate. Did you do it or not? No. Yeah, that's all went, all went, and yeah, I graduated, all that kind of stuff. We were all bloody going well, and Joshua left school because he was at school at that time. Went down to Wellington, he was all good. Then he came back for a holiday, or came back home, stayed home for a few days, and slug gun came out, and we were all out there shooting around, and yeah, I did do that, did I don't know how it came up, but we do some stress, boy, I tell you what. But no, I love you, mate, and you know that, and yeah, that's all I have to say, really. You've got a good family, you come from a good family, you've got some good friends, so just remember that, alright? Don't bring that up.
Choice, Dad.
Unlike Dion, I've got way more to say. Joshua was the first boy I fell in love with. I have to apologise in advance because, as most of you know, the Keys girls cry a lot. We talk a lot, and we laugh a lot. That horrendous laugh.
You've got it.
You all know well.
I haven't.
Joshua, you were the first boy I fell in love with. You were just an amazing, amazing little baby. the first boy to be born amongst all these bloody girls, and my poor dad was surrounded by all this estrogen, and this little boy came along and we were all enamoured by this boy. He was just amazing. You still are. Despite, what's that? I missed that. Sorry, but another hereditary thing with the Keys is that we've got terrible hearing. You're an amazing boy, you're just the most perfect little baby. This beautiful blonde little boy, and now you're this hairy, tall, pasty looking, smelly thing that just grosses me out at times. As I said, he was the first boy to be sort of born. My poor parents. 5.5 months I find out that I'm pregnant with child. I wouldn't let my parents say that I was pregnant. I was with child. And I can remember Mum pulling open the door of the car, poor old Dad saying, "Your daughter's pregnant!" And then, poor Dad. Dion still reckons we killed him all. We probably did. But you were just the most amazing kid. Everybody loved you. What's not to love, my darling? Pa thought that you were the most amazing kid. You'll see from the slideshow, there's so many photos of Dad with Joshua, and, he was the boy you never had sort of thing, despite, having these four fantastic girls. And I do have to apologise in advance because, the Keys girls, we cry. And they're all going to come up and they're all going to say something, I dare say. So it'll be very long-winded people, so I hope you've got lots of drinks in your hand.
Wrap it up.
Anyone in top up?
Yeah. I like Dion. We've got lots of stories, but I think, maybe we'll just save that for another day. The best thing that happened to me and Joshua was Dion. He was 18 months old when Dion came along, and was the best thing that ever happened to us. Been an amazing dad, despite you being such a foul little shit at times. really, really were. And I'm just so proud of you. I just adore you. You're down the pecking order a wee bit now. Broke my heart when he left home, finished his first exam, buggered off to Upper Hutt. I cried for 6 months. It was Upper Hutt, for God's sake. It wasn't like the other side of the world. But it was awful because, I had these 3 amazing kids, and then all of a sudden, one left home, and I'm left with Dave and Grace. That's a bad thing. We say, it takes a village to raise a child, and when Joshua was born, I had the village. I had 20,000 mums for Joshua, as poor old Dion would attest to. There was my mum, there was Nana, there was Donna, Nicola, Helena, and then there was me. Poor old Joshua didn't know if he was Arthur or Martha. But, the village is all here tonight, and it's amazing. The village was here when Dane was born. The village kind of ran away when Grayson was born. But they've come here. God bless you, Bub. Yeah.
Oh, come here, Bubba.
Very, very fortunate that Joshua's had the most amazing aunties. He's had the most amazing grandparents. And, I've done really well not to cry this far. Thank you, darling. He's had the most amazing dad. He's had a fantastic mother. Don't forget that, my boy. We've had great friends. The village is here to celebrate your 21st. We're really proud of you, mate. Yeah, I think I've finished. There's lots of stories, but I don't want to embarrass them too much. Yeah. No, I'll leave that to everybody else, but yeah, we are really proud of you, mate. It's great to see your friends here, and it's great to have the family here, and yeah. Amen. Very much.
Mine was, you're an adult now. Brushing. Clean your bloody room.
Who's left to do that?
This,
Silly you.
Yeah, no cake time.
Next one.
Hello,
Helena.
Very, very quick. Here is it. Very quick. Upper Hutt. That's where I live. And Egan and Tuku. And again, I'll be my cry. I've been trying for 21 years to get him. I have. 21 years. By default. By default. He moved into our home and became part of my family. And it does take a village. And you are a fine young man. You are a fine young man because of the parents you have, and the family that we are, and the lessons that we learn. And I wish you all the best in your future and get your shit out of the house. Our home, I will cry for 6 months. Because that's where you belong, is with us. No, with me first. Alright? So, we're very proud of you and the man that you've become. You have a fantastic work ethic. You have a fantastic generosity. You are a lovely, lovely young man, but clean when you drink. And that's all I have to say. I love you. And I love that you were there to guide Tukuha and our babies, and that our kids can use you as a stepping stone as to what kind of man that they will be. That's all I have to say. I love you.
Sure.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I have 2 brothers. I'm the youngest and I have 2 brothers, and I respect them a lot. When it comes to our wedding day, there was no other choice. No other choice to walk leaning down the aisle with me. When it comes to picking a godfather for our son, there's no other choice but you. You know how anal I am and protection of my partner and those that I consider that I love. There was no other choice. I trusted you with this well-being. I trusted you with the safety. That's why I'm intensely proud to be your uncle. I'm intensely proud to have you under my house. I'm intensely proud to be a mate to you as well. Thank you. No, I don't take much.
He's so cool. I'm Donna. I'm the older sister of Christine, who's the oldest auntie. I just have a couple of things. Maybe more than a couple. But one is, and others have already said it, is your generosity. You're such a generous and loyal young man, and I think that is an awesome thing. It's something that your mum and I talk about quite often, and how proud we are that you do it without even actually knowing that you're doing it. Okay, you don't expect anything back, and I think that it's truly wonderful. The other thing that your mum and I have spent many years talking about is your friendship with Tom. And right from little, you and he have been like this, and every couple of years we think, okay, you know, you're a bit older than Tyler and you're going to probably distance yourself a little bit from Tyson and you know, go and do your thing. But you've never, ever, ever lost that bond. And if Tyler has someone to look up to, I'm really pleased and proud that it's you. We love you to bits. You're such a beautiful baby and you're a beautiful young man, and I really like this one. And all we want for you is for you to be happy.
mean, I loved it anyway. You know, I loved it lots and lots. But my dad, your dad, your car would be so talented. And his dad would do everything.
Are you going to talk about the BWA?
Just
Yeah,
so goes my wife, and since she spoke, and I can actually speak now too. With all the big build-up we've had with Joshua, how fantastic he is. The five brothers get together and we go away for a little occasion, a weekend away, and Joshua's the first. He is the first of our children to come with us. He reached the magic age of 18 and he was quite excited, and the others were quite excited that Joshua was going away with his uncles and with his dad to BWA.
My brother's weekend away.
Uncle Bro's weekend away.
Now what happens on the BWA stays on the BWA. However, he didn't read the fine print except for 21sts, and that's how, shall we say, it wasn't a great showing. Joshua realised that perhaps he'd bitten off a bit more than he could chew, and maybe not to speak so much smack before the event, because it can come to bite you on your ass when the older men do start stepping up to the party. And saying that, Joshua, we are immensely proud of you. Right? You really do bring a light to our family. There's a gap between our kids and the adults, and you breach that gap. And you work between the two.
And then there's the matriarch.
Wonderful. I'm not going to sign.
No, we're the
You're
bosses.
very welcome.
Although he was a surprise.
Indeed.
But after that we got a true friendship with his other family. Every sad thing was brings silver lining, and you're that silver lining done. The sadness just
Easy, man.
But I've got stories. We reached the teen auntie dying, and we had her scan. And Diane and I were looking at, I go, what do you think that is? Is it? And teen went out. I said to the radiologist, do you know whether it's a boy or a girl? Does the mother want to know? No, her mother wanted to know. So she told me. So I think she
I didn't know that.
Hey, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
You don't know, you do.
And Diane and I skipped out to the car mouth and said, how was it? Why? So,
And I apologise for your name, Dally, because they made me give it to you. Joshua, Malcolm, Lawrence, Keys, Theodore.
said that poor buggers are either going to be in prison or Prime Minister. You haven't achieved either yet. My honey, you brought so much joy to our lives.
And ours. You know we all love you lots.
What's not to love?
You can always come to Nanny, darling.
Nah.
Nah.
and all my grandsons were standing outside with their uncles. God, I was proud. Oh my God, I've got handsome grandsons. That includes you too, sweetheart. I was looking at tides. Could not end this without mentioning these two beautiful girls here, Timmy's friends, Vicky and sorry, darling. You've been wonderful friends, not just to my teenage, but to our family, and I thank you.
Settle?
And you were a marvellous mum.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
You're a shit hot dad.
He was also my groomsman in Melbourne. He did a mighty fine job on that day. A few things have been said tonight, but I think grandfather would be mighty proud of you. The uncle Eli would be mighty proud of you. There's some good people who down on the good missus. Sorry, missus. You got a good girlfriend?